Mr. Mallya is out of the country. Liquor Baron Vijay Mallya, who finds himself in a raging 9,000 crore loan default scam. The first question is, why are you doing this after 9 years? There are thousands of people who must have reached out to you over the years. Why all of a sudden the need after 9 years that, okay, I'll say yes. And yes to us. Why?
Very good question. Nice place to start. For the last 9 years, I have been the subject of a vicious, relentless trial by media in India. That I have become a lightning rod of public anger, being abused, called names. And that was very unfortunate, both professionally and personally. Rather than try and take on this huge Indian media machine, I just prefer to keep quiet. I didn't even know that a podcast existed, let alone understanding what a podcast really meant. Until you told me and explained it to me in a manner that I got quite excited about, because here is my opportunity to not only answer your questions, but to say things that I truly feel would never, ever have been truthfully reported by the legacy media, particularly in India. That's why I'm here.
Weren't you a little spoiled as child? Spoiled? Oh my God, I was anything but spoiled.
All these stories of you having fancy toys, remote control cars, and then fancy cars with loud noises, all of this is false.
No fancy toys at all. That's completely false narrative. After I passed out of school, and when I went to St. Xavier's College to study BCom, my father was very clear. You go to college at 6 o'clock in the morning, and when you finish at 10:30, you go and work a full day at the office as a management trainee. I was put on a stipend of 400 rupees a month, and that 400 rupees never increased right the way my time through college. So that's all I got, 400 rupees a month.
Aren't there stories that you used to go to college in a very fancy car and you removed the silencer just to show the noise of your car, the loudness of your car, and you would always a show off, weren't you?
Well, I may have tampered with the silencer of my car because I was always into kind of fast cars, loved motor racing and stuff like that. But, it still remained a standard herald. Look, if you can modify the silencer of a car, like you can modify the top end of a car's engine to make it go a little quicker. That's the basics of motorsport.
If you had a choice to pick 2 or 3 players from other teams for RCB today, who would you pick?
If dreams could come true, Jasprit Bumrah. If dreams could come true, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant, and KL Rahul. If I had these 4, I wouldn't need anybody else and definitely win the trophy.
About the top 3 cars which you absolutely loved out of your collection.
1931 PS Arrow, which is a fantastic American car. I entered a Singapore to Malaysia rally and won it. And very proudly flew back on an Air India flight with a big trophy in my hand. That was one of my favorite cars. I have Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. I have, I think, a 1903 Darracq, which looks more like a horse-drawn carriage. It's French, with a single-cylinder engine. Still runs. So, yeah, these were some of the unique ones which were personal favorites.
What's the most ridiculously expensive thing you've bought in your life?
Look, I have a family trust set up by my father that, has acquired various properties in different parts of the world. The media said I had over 20 properties, probably one in each country I went to, which is once again a hugely erroneous exaggeration. Yeah, sure. I have properties in England, properties in America, where my kids live. I had a lovely property in France. And then when I had the big brewery business in South Africa, we had a home in Cape Town, which was sold when the business was sold because I had no reason to keep going there. That's about it.
What is the biggest challenge of doing business in India?
Government. It's in the Indian DNA. No matter what the state government or federal government may say about ease of doing business in India, there is no ease of doing business in India.
How do you want to be remembered? How do you want Vijay Mallya to be remembered?
Hopefully for the good things that I might have done, certainly not for being a chore.
Perfect. All right. Thank you for doing
Chalo.
this.
Okay?
Thank you so much for walking us through every little detail of your case, your life, and what's going on. I just hope that whichever party is right wins and people see it the way you want to deliver it, see through every little thing which they must have fed in a bad way or wrong way. I don't know which side they will believe. I don't know which side media will believe. I don't know which the authorities will believe in. But I hope they do the right thing.
Good.
So thank you so much for walking us through every little thing.